In the Impact segment tonight, things remain very busy at the Trump Tower here in New York City. Before he took off for Wisconsin, the president-elect met with Bill Gates, Jim Brown, Ray Lewis, and Kanye West.
We've been friends for a long time. Life. We've discussed it.
I just want to take a picture right now.
We had a good conversation about innovation, how it can help in health, education, impact of foreign aid and energy.
Why we're here? Because we can bring a lot of people to work together. And
we're not here because of politics. We are here to help the President of the United States help the people that need help.
Well, with this Nat Analyzed, Lisa Boothe is in Washington this evening, here in New York City, Juan Williams. Kanye West.
I'm telling you.
Okay, what do you say?
Well, you know, Donald Trump has a little genius in him, don't you think? I mean, I think that the idea is that, you know, when he was talking about Lion Ted or Little Marco, he puts his finger on things. And Kanye West is going to drive a popular culture conversation. Everybody's talking about what is Kanye West doing up in the Trump Tower? They're not paying attention to anything about Russian hacking or why isn't Trump having a press conference Thursday. The whole thing is pop culture. And Donald Trump, the ultimate celebrity.
All right, so he diverts attention away from potential problems.
He does.
And he gets the attention of people who may not like him.
Oh,
young black males who
bigger than that.
Apparently,
this is pop culture for across America.
I don't know how popular Kanye West is across the board. I mean, in a targeted sense, he's popular. So Juan actually made two lucid points, Lisa.
Oh, God.
You know, I'm a little rattled. But it's true. By bringing in a Kanye West, then, you know, who cares about the Russian hackers for today anyway? And you do reach a segment of the population that thinks Trump's the devil, right? Good. No audio from Lisa. I'm sorry about that. Lisa, we have no audio for you. I don't know why. So we have to go back to Juan, unfortunately. When we do get audio, we'll go to Lisa.
All right.
All right. That happens. It's a live show. Now you know what I have to put up with every single day of my life. Okay. Now, Gates, Bill Gates.
That's right.
Very liberal. Oh.
Yes.
But my theory is that all the lefties in the establishment lefties, with the exception of Elizabeth Warren, who's a kook, they know where the power is going to be for the next 4 years, so they're cozying right up to it.
Another lucid point from Bill O'Reilly.
No, don't give me that. Go ahead.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
He wants access to power.
And he does.
Donald Trump is the president-elect, like him or not. Now, these two have very little in common in terms of policy initiatives. In fact, I'd say they're at the other end of the spectrum. But the fact is, if Bill Gates wants to have access to power, he better show up at Trump Tower and make sure that Donald Trump knows what he's about.
I like Gates because he gives away a lot of money. He's a sincere man. I don't think he's a man who's particularly creative in his sincerity because, you know, he ties into a lot of causes that are just ambiguous, nebulous, where I like targeted causes. See, I like, let's help the inner cities, and it brings us to Ray Lewis and Jim Brown. Two men that really, I do believe both of them are sincere in wanting to help young black males in particular. And I see them as much more important than a Kanye West in the long run, because these guys, Brown and Lewis, if they could establish a bridge to the inner cities, for example, and say, look, Trump's not the devil. He wants to bring better education and more things to this area. Give him a chance. That would be very constructive, would it not?
Absolutely. The thing is, they're not politicians, Bill. They're not civil rights leaders. I think Jim Brown, much more so than Ray Lewis, is a man of great esteem in the black community. But the point I would say to you is, you notice these aren't politicians, these aren't civil rights icons. He doesn't have those connections. But I think going back to boxing, people like Don King.
But he doesn't want to get ambushed.
He's not going to get ambushed. He's the president. Remember, this is the same principle that we saw with Bill Gates. People like power. People want access to power. One last point I would say, Kanye and the inauguration. Watch, he's going to perform.
If he performs, I'm not going to do that. Lisa, we only have a few more minutes, and we're going to give you the last word. But if I were you, I would sue because your mic was sabotaged.
That's the only way to get me to shut up.
Yeah, I'll tell you who did it. Go ahead, Lisa. You got to wrap it up for us.
All right. No, I think this is smart for Donald Trump. It's good politics. As you mentioned earlier in the show, this is a diversion from some of the negative headlines he's been saying. Also, the Democratic Party has been doing this with success for years, hobnobbing with celebrities, using them to get their messages out. They have huge platforms, and I think that it is smart for Donald Trump to try to utilize some different people and do that. Look, this is what Ronald Reagan did this as well. Frank Sinatra was a friend of his. John Wayne endorsed him. He also had those inroads with the entertainment industry as a former actor.
In this United, as Bernie Goldberg says, the United States of entertainment, that can't hurt him as long as something good comes of it. I want to see what's the end of the rainbow. Lisa Juan, thank you very much.